Hey traders, hope you're doing well. Last week I really didn't record any videos. Well, I attempted to, but had some technical issues, and I missed last week Monday and the previous Friday. And had I traded my setups, I looked back previously, and it kind of sucks that I missed out on a really green day. And then I gave back a lot the rest of the week. So that's trading for you. I did stick to my plan, and I did check off the 30 trade challenge as far as any progress that I've made. But yeah, here we're waiting for the open at 7, or my open at 7 uh, Pacific, and that's the time I trade between 7 and 8 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, the 30 trade challenge is going well. Just my account balance isn't doing so great. So again, this is a 50K evaluation account through Apex. I have a link to Apex in the description. There's a 50% off coupon code you can use to get 50% off lifetime of your evaluation accounts, and I really love them. I've been using them since November last year. They do pay out, so they've been very good. I just have not been the best trader lately, and that's why I'm doing the 30 trade challenge. So, what are we waiting for here? I think we're going to wait for some consolidation and a strong move, either the upside or downside, and then waiting for a pullback with a clear area stopping out and take profit. And I have one-to-one risk to reward. Some of my other rules that I have to follow during this challenge is that, after 2 consecutive wins or losses, I'm done for the day. And I, average about 3.5, 4 trades a day. So um, I'm trading one full-size contract at NQ. And I actually have a free copy of the 30 trade challenge, also in the description. It is free. You have to put in $0 if you want to download it for free. Otherwise, feel free to contribute whatever you can, help support the channel. You can put in any dollar amount that you want. I just had most people put in free, and I understand that. Trading's hard and expensive. But I did have somebody give me $10 for that. I really appreciate it. I won't mention their name. But I really appreciate that. So you know who you are, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. All right, so we're getting definitely a strong move down. We had one on the way up that failed to break out on the upside prior to 7 a.m. It's kind of why I like to wait till 7. We can trends are more likely possible after all the pre-market orders are filled in for the various technology stocks that IQ follows. Or has in their basket. And so that first half hour is kind of whipsaw-ish. And I'm looking for more of a trend type play with a breakdown or a breakup and then a pullback and a one-to-one risk to reward. So rather than bore you with me talking, I think I could fast forward until the next trade. And when I do identify that setup, I will go ahead and start talking about it. Okay, here I kind of see a breakdown of this pivot low. Looks like it keeps on retesting the lows, so I have a pretty clear idea where I can put my stop, and then depending on where my stop goes, I'll just figure a one-to-one risk to reward. So it's looking like if I get filled here, it's gonna be about a 30-point stop, and so with the NQ being $20 a point, that's $600. So I will do the math a little bit and adjust that. It's gonna be a little bit more than 37. I know if it gets up to 927, it's probably continue to break up on the upside. That's the probability. So let me just do the math here for my take profit. Sometimes I just move it out of the way because the NQ can move so fast. A default my ATM strategy for Ninja Trader is 20 points, 1-to-1, and so I always just kind of move it out of the way right away if I have to. I think that is right there is 1-to-1 risk reward. Sometimes these plays can take a long time, but 30 points in the NQ can happen pretty quickly. So I'll fast forward a little bit, but we'll see what happens with this trade. Oh, and the idea with the 30 trade challenge, which is included in the the trading journal, is that you have to take 30 consecutive trades following your rules. If you mess up, you start over at one. I've already messed up once in the series. You can look at some of the other videos. So this is my second attempt at doing this, and it's very hard. I've done this 4 times in the past perfectly, flawlessly, after, of course, many restarts, and it's still hard. I think it will always be hard, and that's how I know it's good and it works. It really practice. It teaches you how to practice patience. Also, I might add that it also gives you tons of clarity because you're no longer emotionally attached to your trades. You can't be. You have to follow your rules. You can't stop out early or take profits early or stop out early. You have to set your defined rules and wait 30 trades for them to develop. After the 30 trades, you're free to change your rules again. After all the 30 trades, you've probably identified some things where you can improve. And that's the whole point, is that you have this clarity of thought where you can identify these. And I can't really put it into words until you experience it. So um, I've heard some people say when they watch these videos, they couldn't do that. Like they get too anxious and they take profit right away. If you're trading with somebody else's money, like in a valuation account, I mean, it costs a little bit of money to do these evaluation accounts. But then paper trade until you feel comfortable you can override that, because you won't be successful trading unless you can do that. And so, yeah, you gotta practice that. So if you don't want to do paper trading, try an evaluation account. If you don't want to do evaluation account, do paper trading. But try this challenge. It's worthwhile. It's even if you don't make money, you will learn so much about yourself, your psychology, what your limits are, and in the end, trading isn't a get rich quick scheme. Many people take several years or develop successful traders. And you talk to almost all successful traders and you talk about how big psychology is a part of it. Um, you can't rely on luck and think that some golden indicators are going to take you all the way. I'm about to get filled here, excited. But I'm not going to take my profit early, right? And so that's the whole thing. Like, how many people right here would just take profit because it's only 5 points away, so why not? I am not moving my take profits. It's either going to hit or it's going to miss me by one tick and completely reverse against me. And that's fine because one trade should never make or break you. So look at that. I mean, I really am itching to take a profit. Here we go. Okay, so I got filled. Um, my problem before is I'm going to mark this trade as successful. Even if I win or lose, I mark it as successful, as long as I followed the game plan. And so, um, yeah, I can't preach enough about being able to do a challenge like this and how worthwhile it is. Even if you make no money doing it, you will learn a ton. So anyway, let's wait for the next trade setup and typically, I take one on the downside. I don't really trust it to continue, so I'm gonna wait for some consolidation and either a further move down, or honestly, I'll wait for the other direction. So let's wait and see if we get a setup. Okay, so we kind of cleared my entry, and we're definitely breaking trend in the downside. We're made like a V recovery, and we're making our way back up. So we set a limit order here. I have a pretty clear indication where my stop would be. And so either this thing wants to come back down and retest. It's made several retests, or I should say tests and retests at the bottom of the range today. And so it looks like, around this time, it's going to pick a direction. It looks like the NQ's tried and the ES have tried several times to break down the downside. Economic news is not looking too bad. The jobs report came out at 7, and the numbers were negative, but not too bad, considering how much inflation there is and um, how bad things could get. So the market reacted, but I think that some of that was priced in, and I feel confident in a move up. We have several green days, and on the weekly at least, it looks like we're in an uptrend. So on the monthly, we're still kind of on a downtrend. So I'm fine with taking longs still on these time frames. So hopefully we get filled here, and then we can see where we're going to move our stops and take profits. Okay, so we get filled there and spike down. Definitely want to move my take profit real quick because that was a really nice spike down. Let's see, I do some calculations here. I set my take profit stop loss, and sometimes these work out right away. This will be a nice breakout. Yeah, my only thing is like I had to set my stop where it's at, and I have to have a 1-to-1. It's nice to have take profits at around like 19.10, but I got to do a 1-to-1, and so it's 12. I'm sorry, not 19.10, 12, 9, 10. So I'm gonna have to set my take profit at 12, 9, 12.50 to match that 1-to-1. So this one's a little bit on the riskier side, being that I don't know. It could move up to 920 because the 20s and 80s are really solid numbers, like attraction points for the NQ. So 12 could be good, but 1900's been notoriously or I'm sorry, 12,900's been notoriously tough. If you look on the daily too, it's kind of been rejected several times. So yeah, again, I guess you could take overall market into context in some important key levels, but then over the long term, it's better just to lose on those trades and adjust your plan on these 30 trade kind of iterations of adjustments. So currently, I have 1-to-1, and I could take note of this that hey, note daily levels and maybe put your take profit. Maybe I'll get filled here. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, and so some of this brings clarity, right? When you can sit back and you can evaluate this, and if this goes against me, I'll be perturbed. I'll be perturbed and annoyed, but I'm not going to move my stop or take profit because I have to follow my rules and my discipline. So it's almost like trading like a robot. But a robot can't look at more context in real time and say, well, I noticed this, and so I'm going to make note of that. And when my 30 trade challenge is over, I'm going to set this new set of rules so I can adjust. And all of a sudden, you start adding all these layers of rules that increase your edge. But if you do it in the middle of this, like if I did it right now, then I might not do it next time. And next time it would have not have worked out or worked out, and it just it messes up your whole mentality, right? So it's you have to have a probability based mindset, and a lot of that comes from like a scientific method of doing a 30 trade sample and then coming up with a hypothesis, testing it out in your next 30 trades. And it takes a long time. And market conditions are changing on top of that. But in the long run, you are really working on your psychology and kind of slowing things down a little bit in a way that you can make adjustments and make adjustments not based on emotions, but based more on hard facts. So I might see the situation come across one or two more times, and the same criteria maybe doesn't play out, and I decide, well, maybe I'll just ignore that, right? But this really sucks. Like I came 2.5 points away from getting filled. So I'm going to fast forward this because it's painful, and I'll make you guys sit through it. Oh man, oh, that was a little bit of a sweat in there, and that big spike down. But it just keeps on getting absorbed, and Now it's revisiting 12,900 again, which is a really good sign. If it's making another test, I think it's going to push up. This is another thing. Well, normally, I guess in the past, I would move my take profit a little higher now because I have a really good feeling it's going to push up. But I'm going to stick to my rules. So I'm missing out a little bit. Um, but it can also like just touch my price in reverse. So all the probability means that I'm just going to stick to my rules, right? And let's see. Do I get filled? Do I get filled? And the anticipation. It'd be really nice to clear over $1,000 a day. That would put me in a really good spot. Kind of back where I started from like a week and a half ago. So I made some mistakes by not trading. And honestly, it was because I like overslept and wasn't feeling it. And yeah, I just, no excuses, but uh, I'm more committed now. So I'm feeling better now. Sometimes you just need to step away. Oh, right. Nice. 1437.04 for the day. That one's trade number, lucky number 13, successful. So that's it. Two winners. I'm done for today. And look how that broke up on the upside. I mean, probably should have moved my take profit to 1920, or I'm sorry, 12,920. Because again, the 20s and 80s are just great, and it's rejecting that hard. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, I'll take notes of all these kind of setup criteria, and then I might, after this 30 trades, which looks like it might be done by the end of next week if I can trade every day, hopefully. Um, and so then I can adjust some rules and explain to you guys through my journaling how I kind of came to those conclusions. So stay tuned for that. Again, if you want to check out Apex, the link is in the description. And if you want to get a free copy of the trading journal, if you click the link, there's another video on that page. It's on Gumroad, where you can download it. And it's got another video explaining it all. So I won't go into detail about that. But thank you. Trade well, and I'll see you next time.